It's Thursday, the sun is shining, and the conversation on social media is rich and bubbly. Hi, and welcome to the most interactive 30 minutes on TV. This is Joy News Interactive, and we're live on the Joy News channel on Multi TV, as well as the Go TV channel 144, DSTV channel 421. Also streaming online right now live on our YouTube channel. So really, wherever you go, wherever you want to find us, you will definitely be able to take part in the conversation. My name is Jennifer Ikwamwa, and I hope your devices are charged and ready so you can also send us your inputs on our social media platforms. And on Facebook and Twitter, it's at Joy News on TV. Now, as I mentioned, there's a lot to talk about, so let's get started. First and foremost, it's official. 110, making it the largest government in recent history. And on social media, some are, applauding the president for, this move, and others are wondering why. Isn't it just too large? But first, let's hear from the Information Minister justifying the size of the current Akufo-Addo administration.
The Akufo-Addo government has inherited a country whose economy is, if you want, at its weakest. And therefore, he requires a strong army that will confront these challenges and resolve them in the rapid manner that we require in order to put our country back on the path of progress and development. This number of ministers that the president has presented to Parliament brings his entire government to 110 ministers of state and deputies who would assist him deliver on the very ambitious program of national transformation and development, which the people of Ghana have charged him to implement. As you are aware, the 1992 Constitution in Article 78(2) empowers the President to appoint such number of ministers as may be necessary for the efficient running of government. The President is therefore minded by this provision and the ambitious nature of his transformational agenda to put together a government that answers both to this constitutional provision and the need for the rapid transformation of our country.
So that was the Information Minister Mustafa Hamid, and here's the reaction from the NDC General Secretary Johnson Asiedu Nketia.
I think they are confused, honestly.
Why?
Because you see, the progressive parties who believe that government has some responsibility in tampering with the free market to ensure that people who otherwise cannot compete effectively would also enjoy some minimum standards of life. This is a policy of all progressives. So that is why there is a need for government to intervene. And because of government intervention, there is a need for a bigger government. So this is my first time of hearing a liberal party clamoring for a bigger government. To do what? When liberals believe that government is an encroachment on their civil liberties, on their economic liberties. Now they are telling us that they need a bigger government, so why they should go ahead and appoint one minister, one constituency, or one minister, one district, so that the ministers will also help the DCs to prosecute the agenda. If the argument is that because of the nature of the weakness of the economy, they need a bigger team, then they should proceed and appoint a minister per district. For anybody to say that you are appointing a big number of ministers because the economy is weak, he doesn't understand governance.
So the man popularly known as General Mosquito, in his opinion, thinks that they should rather focus and, make it one minister for one district. If the NPP government is really sincere about making sure the numbers are up to the task and really performing their duties to the best of their abilities. While fueling all this controversy is a message going around on social media detailing the salaries that each member of this current government will receive per Article 71, mentioning how much a cabinet minister receives, one who is an MP and a non-MP, a minister of state, a regional minister, a deputy minister, a deputy minister who's a non-MP, a deputy minister who is an MP, so on and so forth. Figures ranging from 14,000 and above to 15,000 and above, which is really just generating a lot of conversation. Let me read some of your comments on Facebook first. Charlotte Kwabia Ansong saying, whether the government is large or not, it does not matter. The most important thing is the commitment to the people involved and their competency. A small government can deliver and a large one can also deliver. So I'm believing God to use them to make things better in Ghana. Let's all hope and pray for the best, whether large or small. William adds, we needed a party which has the right people to come and solve our societal problems for us. The choice was MPP. We must all be patient for them to deliver on their promises. Also remember that most of the ministers are MPs, which means they'll only have a 400 cedi addition to their salaries. That's your take. Emmanuel Kweku says, two are better than one. This reminds me of a teacher who asked his students, if it takes 20 days for 2 men to clear an area of land, how many days will it take 20 men to clear the same area? And the answer is no work. There's more hands on the deck to get it done, and the end justifies the means. Kwesi Boat saying the NPP governments will be assessed after their first term based on their output, but not on the number of ministers they have appointed. However, it will be calamitous to fail the nation with this number of ministers after their first term. Agnes says, seriously? I don't belong to any political party, but I think this is just too much. 3, 4, and some instances 5 ministers for just a single ministry when we complain of no money. All these ministers will get fat salaries and free everything when that money could have been used to finish the Akufo-Addo Teaching Hospital project, which has been there since before my grandparents were born. This is simply job for the boys. I just can't think far. And Agnes has mentioned the project that Kath, the maternity block of Kath, which Joy News has also taken up. It's become our special assignment, Next to Die, a documentary done by Seth Kwame Boateng, which focused on how every single day at the maternity unit at Kath, 4 babies die. And if that's even 1 baby a day, that's 365 a year. So you can also support that movement, hashtag finish this now. But still on these messages, Hafsat says, if the average salary per minister and deputies is 15,000, 15,000 multiplied by 110 will be 165 million new Ghana cedis, hard-earned currency per month. So as you can see, the money is what is creating a lot of controversy. So I think we can also check out what you've also been writing on Twitter about this very issue. So let me take some of your Twitter comments right now. Dark Money. Okay, well, here is at Samila saying, if we appoint even all Ghanaians as ministers, it won't solve our problems. Why can't we learn from others? Akia also says, the system may not be as efficient as we'd want it to be, but to describe it as a white elephant is not right. So you're also talking around issues surrounding that. So keep on sending us your messages, your tweets on @Joy News on TV. That's on Facebook and Twitter. Kofi Ghana tweeting says, incredible. Let's have the list of ambassadors, high commissioners, MCEs, and DCEs to know the real deal. And Fred Chumesi Yeb says the ministers are too many. So the message is flowing in thick and fast on this issue. At Kofi Ghana says, big English cannot solve the problem. And then at Jean Nate writing, what is the number limit set in the Constitution? It can tell us then and we can say our views. So keep on sending us your views at Joy News on TV, as well as that's on Facebook and on Twitter. There's a whole lot of other issues we'll be looking at today. And for the football fans, the shocker between Man City and Monaco is trending seriously on Twitter. Reasons. Let's read what's happening on Twitter about this. At Mikey, Man United FC says disconsolate Man City fans on their way home from a disappointing result in Monaco this evening. So as you can see, their city rivals, adding in, really digging into them over their defeat last night to AS Monaco 3-1, finally on aggregate. Let's see. Akin and his critique tweeting at real @RMadrid_. Akin says Monaco versus English teams. 2004 eliminated Chelsea, 2015 eliminated Arsenal, 2017 eliminated Man City, and don't blame Pep. Well, if you're a Man City fan, that's not exactly comforting to hear right now. And finally, at Simon Burton saying, Monaco weren't the only team to beat Man City last night. Congrats to my teammates. So those are some of your tweets, or some of the tweets concerning the Monaco and Man City match last night. We've still got a lot more to talk about on Joy News Interactive. Churches streaming online, and of course, hashtag finish this now still trending strong on Twitter. We're taking a quick break. We'll be right back. You're still watching Joy News Interactive, which is live on the Joy News channel on Multi TV, as well as YouTube on our YouTube channel, as well as GoTV, DSTV. Really, we are all over. We've been talking about the Akufo-Addo administration. We did a spot of football, and now let's do something which is, some will say it's an advancement on religious bodies, and others are saying it might not be as great as it's cooked up to be. I'm talking about churches streaming their services online. So if you wake up too late, you can't make it to first or second service for whichever reason, you can just stream it, on your preferred device and still be in time, in tune with whatever is happening at the physical church premises. And, it's creating quite a stir on social media as well. Let me just read a couple of your messages on that. Kwame says, it's already widespread in most parts of the world and has no noticeable influence on attendance. So, in essence, it won't really affect how people will attend church or not. Fitzgerald says, unless tithe or offerings for numbers, personal purity is our aim, not numbers, said the fathers of Methodism. Yes, and here is Nana Atakuma trying to advertise his spiritual powers over there. And let's just move on to other issues, because that's clearly far from what we're talking about this morning. Well, it is Thursday, and as we usually try to do, we try and do a throwback Thursday, and this morning we're focusing on a 90s boy band from Ireland whose songs were the soundtrack of so many romantic dates and people's, fantastic romantic adventures. I'm talking about Westlife, and one of their most popular tracks was a song called My Love. We asked you on Facebook if you could write the lyrics to that song. So take a look at this short clip, and then we'll find out how well you did.
An empty street, an empty house, a hole inside my heart. I'm all alone, the rooms are getting smaller. I wonder how, I wonder why, I wonder where they are. The days we had, the songs we sang together, oh yeah. And oh my love, I'm holding on forever, reaching for the love that seems so far. So I say a little prayer and hope my dreams will take me there, where the skies are blue, to see you once again, my love. Overseas from coast to coast, find a place I love the most, where the fields are green, to see you once again, my love. I try to read, I go to work, I'm laughing with my friends.
And that was stanza 1 of My Love from Westlife. And I mean, I wish everybody had a mic in the control room so you could hear all the singing going on back there. Discordant, but yeah, they were singing. So let's find out how well you did with the lyrics. Abdul Karim Basit Bawa, you've written, wow, okay, an empty street, an empty house, a hole inside my heart, I'm all alone. Yeah, it seems you've pretty much got the whole thing. All right, let's just scroll up and let's see how other people did on it. You've got the whole song here. I don't know if you just got it straight from Google or this is all from memory. Let's see what other messages there are there, because wow, okay, chorus and everything. Aduma says, oh, well, that's really unfortunate that I don't know all the lyrics, but I like this song, we're off. I hope to sing it on my wedding day. Prosper says, I understand they've gone on to their separate ways, so they were not practicing what they preach. Rebecca says, oh, so I say a little prayer and hope my dreams will take me there where the skies are blue to see you once again, my love. Okay, that's the lyric. The lyrics over there from the chorus. And Dennis says, I just can't think far or madness, and you are laughing out loud. So those are some of your comments on, how well you remember the lyrics to Westlife's My Love for Throwback Thursday. Just about time for us to wrap up, but before we do that, let's take a look at the picture of the day. Yes, so as you can imagine, it's quite a hilarious one, and we're definitely going to show that to you. And before that, just remember the hashtag is Finish This Now. We are fighting to get the maternity block at the Comfort Noche Teaching Hospital, which started over 40 years ago, to get that finished within, at least our lifetime. So now the picture of the day is up. Ooh-wee. Pain or fashion. These look like what I would call killer high heels, because literally they do kill. Okay, her feet look like, yeah, they're being tortured. This looks like a real torture device. I wonder what kind of comments you've written over here. Dennis says, I can't stop laughing at this hell fashion. For the where can you see this and for what? Alaji Baba says, okay, no, not at all. Rock Doe says, pain, not fashion. Asenso says, well, that's madness. Equia Dorothy says, what a pain. And Solomon says, oh, God, save us. And that's how we're wrapping up Joy News Interactive this morning. Do stay on the Joy News channel for more great programs. In 30 minutes, we have Joy News Today with all the latest headlines from Ghana and across the world. I'm Jennifer Kwamwa. Enjoy the rest of your day.